Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of our new podcast, Four Door Cinema Club. We are a group of friends that watch a lot of movies, and so we decided that we're going to do a podcast reviewing them. Just some basics. Are they good? Are they bad? What do we think? Spoiler free, and then throwing in some, in-depth reviews, including spoilers, just so you can get our opinion and see if you agree or disagree with us, if it's something you want to watch. And so I'm here with
Genaro.
I was going to say Geppetto.
Hannah.
And I am Caleb, your lovely host.
So for this first episode, what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep it spoiler-free for those of you guys who haven't seen any of these movies. We have a list of movies that most of us here have seen. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to quickly go around and just tell you if we liked it or not. And then after that, we'll get into why. And again, try to keep it spoiler-free so that we don't ruin the movie for any of you guys. So okay, first movie, Toy Story 4. I liked it.
I loved it.
I thought it was great.
Second movie, Men in Black International. I wouldn't say I liked it, but it was okay.
I would give it a 6 out of 10. It was good.
Retweet.
Shaft. I like that movie.
I liked it.
I loved it.
Have you seen it?
No.
Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Trash.
Trash.
I felt the same way about that movie like I did with Men in Black International.
Oh, okay.
Dark Phoenix.
Yes, I liked it.
I liked it. It was good.
I liked it too. Although there's some things about it that I feel like I could pick at, but at the end of the day, I could say I liked it. Sixth movie, The Dead Don't Die.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Shut up. You didn't watch it.
It was one of those movies where I was a little indecisive, but I'm going to vote yes for that one. And lastly, Aladdin.
Loved it.
Can I just say that I'm not excited to see that one yet? I know I've heard,
you haven't seen it, right?
yeah, I've heard good things about it, but I'm too scared to watch it.
I liked it too. Alright, so now we're going to go over them again in that same order.
As to why we did it.
Yeah, keep it a little spoiler free and tell you guys why or why we didn't like it. So first movie was Toy Story 4.
Before we go through that, I like most movies that I see. I'm not a big critic. It has to be a really bad movie for me to not like it. This guy over here analyzes every part of the movie.
And I think I'm in between.
Yeah.
So I think we're all different because I studied film, so I pick at it a different way than Caleb and Hannah.
Me, I'm just looking for general enjoyment and non-trashiness.
I feel like for me, I can relate to this, but at the same time, I'm under him, so I learn a lot, and I can see certain things, but I can't see everything that he sees. So I'm just in between.
All right, so Toy Story 4.
Okay, Toy Story 4.
I loved it. I'm a little angry because it's the movie no one asked to be made, and it attacked all of my emotions at the same time, and so I was definitely not okay. It was very emotional. I'm a crier, but I was crying a lot.
I felt like I liked the third one a lot better. Like I think it was on Twitter or Instagram, I heard a lot of people saying that this was a perfect ending to the franchise, and I don't know why. I think the third one was the perfect ending.
Yeah, I would have been fine at 3, like done at 3. I don't understand why they had to do 4, but whatever.
That's why I enjoyed Toy Story 4, just because I know that it's a movie that no one asked for, but for me that was a good ending because it was about Woody. Like, it ended with...
Yeah.
Okay, but we can go more into this when we talk specifically about Toy Story 4, right?
Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. Second movie,
Men in Black.
Men in Black International. So you said you didn't like it, right? Or...
No, I said I gave it a 6 out of 10. I think the story was kind of bleh. The plot was whatever, but it was funny. There were some characters that held it together. So it was better than I was expecting it to be because I was expecting it to be really bad. So I was pleasantly surprised, but it wasn't amazing.
This is a really dumb question. I think I know the answer to this, but I'm asking it anyway. There's other Men in Black movies, right? Yeah, there is, right? Okay, so I've never
before this.
I've never seen any of the Men in Black movies. That's the only one that I've seen, and I was kind of like, I don't think I'd ever watch another Men in Black movie just because that one didn't do it for me.
So I actually, man, I can't. Well, I can remember the first. It's hard to remember the second, but I can also remember the third, and I liked them. And I'm not sure if it was because I was a lot younger and I wasn't as critical, but they were fun, and this one was fun too. But like Caleb said, I think Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson's their their performances held up the movie. Like if it wasn't for their chemistry, and I feel like there's a lot of improvisation because just the way their jokes came off, like I don't think a lot of that was scripted. But I think if it weren't for them two, like the movie would have like fallen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see it again, but I mean I don't regret, watching it.
All right, next movie, Shaft. You haven't seen it.
I loved it. Really good. Love the cinematography. Love the acting.
You need to cut your reviews down. We'll talk way too much.
It's one of those movies that were, well, for starters, there's a lot of cursing.
Yeah.
But I
it's
think
inappropriate. It is slightly.
Yeah.
No, not slightly. It's inappropriate.
I think it's one of those movies where the cursing doesn't become too much because it fits the characters.
Yeah.
And it fits the story and it adds to the jokes. So it's not one of those movies where they try to make where the cursing, they try to make that the funny part about it.
Yeah.
It's obviously Samuel L. Jackson's in it, and just
that movie.
Yeah.
like almost every line he hits just had me cracking up.
It's a lot of action, funny. Again, I think that for this movie, story was the plot, the writing was whatever,
Yeah.
but the actors held it together and made it funny.
Yeah.
It was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, it's almost like I guess this is you know what? I think this is also the fourth movie, and was not a series but a reboot or a remake, because this isn't the first Shaft movie, and in fact I think the grandpa in this movie
Was in the other
Samuel L. Jackson's character in the previous one. I could be wrong, but I know there's been more Shaft movies. But again, it's not necessarily a franchise. It's more of a reboot or a remake. Because I know these movies date back like a couple decades.
And I'm convinced to go see it now.
Yeah. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Next, Godzilla King of Monsters. Thought it was trash. Super cheesy. Dumb story. Not even the actors could save this one for me. Like,
he has a lot to say, but I was excited to see it just because I like Millie Bobby Brown, and I know this is a really dumb reason to want to see a movie, but I really enjoy her acting. I could be wrong, but I think it's just a little bit biased because of Stranger Things. I didn't really like the movie though. I just thought it was too meh, like too cheesy.
I understand that they were trying to, like, they're using this movie to set up the next one, but it was just whatever.
I didn't.
I'm not convinced to, like, I'm not excited about the next one.
They had
I'm sure I'll watch it, but it's whatever.
They had certain shots they did, and every time they did them, I couldn't stop laughing. I think I mentioned this to you, but I just couldn't stop laughing. I thought it was so cheesy.
I'd seen the first one and I hated it. So I went into this one.
I didn't see the other one.
What's the first?
But,
oh yeah, I did see the first one too. I don't remember it though.
I went into this one with lower expectations. So I think for the first hour I was actually entertained. But yeah, it was one of those movies where like the shots, the CGI, all that stuff was like I guess eye candy, but the story ultimately like I can't even tell you what the movie was about. Well, I mean, I could, but
it was dumb.
Yeah.
All right, next, Dark Phoenix.
Oh, Dark Phoenix.
Wait, you guys saw that one together, right? Or no?
Probably.
We all watched this together, no?
Well, I wasn't here. I was in France.
Oh, did you see it yet?
Yeah, so I went.
Okay.
So I went to go see this movie by myself, and again, I went into this one with low expectations because I had seen Apocalypse, the previous movie, and I had gone into that one with really high expectations because of First Class and Days of Future Past, and man, I just walked out disappointed. So I went into this one like knowing I wasn't gonna love it, and I guess this is a conclusion of now that
with these actors,
now that Fox, the whole merger with Disney. I mean, I guess the only thing looking forward to is when the X-Men join, the MCU. But I mean, it was a good movie.
So I've always been a fan of X-Men. I love really any superhero movie. I I love Jean Grey. She's one of my favorite superheroes. I've loved
Arthur
all the
Stark.
X-Men. Okay, no, Jean Grey. And I've loved all the X-Men movies. So I don't know if maybe I'm biased. I just really liked the movie. I enjoyed it. I like superheroes. I like superpowers. It was cool for me.
If you're into superhero movies, I suggest you go watch it.
Yeah.
It was a
it's
good one.
Dead Don't Die. Hannah hasn't seen this one.
Good. 11 out of 10.
This movie,
Go watch it.
Josiah gave us his review. He said it was bad. So I went into it like, I don't know what's going to happen. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. It's such a dry movie.
Yeah.
The humor is so dry.
Like drier than
The story,
The Office.
the story is dumb. The lines are dumb, but it's dumb. It's funny because it's dumb. Like, it's intentionally dumb. And I think the actor's performance was hilarious. And I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. When we were watching it, the entire theater was cracking up, like laughing out loud.
I think that's what made it funny. The fact that, like, I felt like it could have almost worked as an episode to it, like Atlanta or something like that. If you guys seen that show, you know what I'm talking about. But you almost needed to have a bit of film knowledge to understand some of the references. But even if you didn't, just the dry humor and like you kind of, I think in order to enjoy, you had to not be expecting something over the top or something like your what's it called, your classical type of comedy.
Yeah, I love that kind of humor. So I
the whole time I was thinking this is like Office style, but like
super dry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to love it, basically.
I think you will.
So.
Yeah.
Hannah again hasn't seen it. I don't know why she's here.
I guess I can go
I
now.
love Disney. I love musicals. I was not sure how I was going to like it. Some of these live action movies that have been remade just in general recently, not all great. But I loved it. I loved the singing. I loved the acting. I like how they made the movie come to life. I loved Will Smith as the genie. I thought he did a really good job. I enjoyed it.
Can I make a comment before you go really quick?
No.
Okay, so I think everyone has seen or should have seen the trailer for Aladdin. I think that one of the reasons why I'm turned off to watch it is the CGI of Will Smith, but that's just me. Is it like, from both of you, is it as bad as I think it is, or is it like you kind of get over it?
I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
It's either it wasn't. If it was horrible, I would have said something. I thought it was fine.
I thought it was good. Like, I didn't see a problem with it. Like, I heard a lot of people saying that the CGI looked bad in that first trailer because it hadn't been 100%
Okay, makes
complete.
sense.
So, I mean, obviously we all know Will Smith, and it's basically his face on a genie when he's blue. But I don't think it's anything that sticks out that makes you kind of stop and question the movie. That's another thing. A lot of people were thinking, man, how's Will Smith going to,
Compared to
Robin Williams. But I
R.I.P.
think they both brought in something different that made the original and then this remake.
Which I think is just like with any remake or when any actor steps into a role that's been already taken by someone else, that someone's performed that before. It only ever works if they truly take their own spin. When they try to copy exactly what the previous actor has done, they're gonna fall short because they're not that actor.
Right.
But when they put their own spin on it, a little twist that is more themselves, you can appreciate their take on it versus just trying to copy everything that's already been done.
And
especially with such an iconic character like Genie.
right. It would also make sense why they would bring him. I think all the publicity, if you follow him on Instagram, then you probably saw how much he was promoting.
Well, especially
this movie.
with a cast of actors that aren't well known.
Right.
Like they've been in a few things, but it's not like they're major stars.
Yeah.
And so then you bring the star power of Will Smith in it.
All I know is that
Kinda
Jasmine
gives it
is
some validity.
Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a Disney teeny
Oh,
bopper.
I know her from Power Rangers.
Power Rangers? She's in Power Rangers?
Yeah, she's a Pink Ranger.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Like currently? The new ones?
the new movie, the new
Oh.
Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
But that movie's been out for a couple of weeks, so hopefully, if you haven't seen it yet,
It's been out for like a month and a half.
Aladdin?
Yeah.
Really?
Came out in
Oh,
mid-May.
yeah.
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 so if you haven't seen it,
Go see it.
And we've convinced you to go watch it. You should go as soon as possible.
I guess I gotta go today.
If you like musicals, if you like Disney, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
If you don't like singing, well, you wouldn't be interested in it in the first place.
But anyways, that's it, right?
That's it.
That's it.
So we hope you guys have enjoyed our little talk.
Our short intro video.
I'm not even sure how long that was. Can you see the time?
Yeah, it's 21 minutes.
I mean, that's good, right?
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. We're going to try to do more. We're going to try to do a couple of episodes where we just focus on one movie and go straight into it. I think our next movie is going to be Toy Story 4. So if you liked it, if you hated it, if your feelings got, if your emotions went on a roller coaster and you want to hear what we thought, stay tuned. Until next time.
Peace out.